thought Georgia Tech did a very good job of creating enough different types of scenarios for us. They changed their defenses and they pressed us in 2 or 3 different ways. I thought they kind of scrambled the game. And in the past, what we've done, sometimes we've lost our composure when teams have done that to us. And I thought Luke and Kitchen did a good job of keeping us in sync, moving the ball and getting in and out of our systems. That was showed up. I think that made the biggest difference in the game. Georgia Tech's they execute so well. They challenge you every time down the court. And now that Shumpert's back with those ball screens, and they create a lot of help and recovery situations. And, it's one of those games that could have gone either way, and I think we just made one more good play, or one more free throw, got one more rebound down the stretch there that gave us a chance to win the game. It seems as though that's the way it goes in the ACC. Every possession is so important that you can't afford to take the possession off. And I thought our guys, for the most part, stayed focused for the entire 40 minutes. And I think that made a big difference in us having an opportunity to pull the win off. A lot of heroes. Chris stepped up and gave us some good play. He had some good looks. He's a good outside shooter. Sometimes it wasn't falling tonight, but he changed his approach and took the ball to the basket. And I thought that shows maturity on him. I thought Solomon was very patient. They were giving him a lot of attention and coming down on him. It shows that he's maturing a little bit, understanding how to handle the different defensive schemes. Overall, this is a very, very important victory for us. At least it gets us back kind of in the middle of the pack as we look toward a big game for us on Wednesday.
It's nice to finally get a roll on a free throw like that.
We will be shooting a lot of free throws the next 2 or 3 days. But it's interesting, though, that as poorly as we shot free throws tonight, that made the difference in the game. We hit the big free throws, got the big rebound, and got the stop that we need to. Like I said once before, that's just seems to be life in the ACC. And I think I'm probably saying echoing the same sentiments that probably other coaches that have played games this weekend would say. Every game's a dogfight. That's why every possession is important. And it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out as we move through the remainder of the season.
Leonard, can you talk about this ACC race, how this win put you back in a winning mode? Is that the way this season's shaping up? Is it going to be a lot of upsets, a lot of ups and downs?
I don't think any loss or win in the ACC is upset. But I think anything is capable of happening when 2 ACC teams show up, regardless of whether they're in the top spot or the bottom. I think that you can take the word ACC upset out of your vocabulary for this season, because every game is what they call, I guess you call it white knuckle. It's one of those barroom balls, it seemed like, and very physical, very aggressive. I thought the officials basically did a good job tonight keeping it even. When you have that many athletes, big guys that are working hard and being aggressive, I thought it was a good, clean game. It was a hard-fought game. You had to give Georgia Tech a lot of credit. They're a great basketball team, and they challenge you on every play. I thought our guys just kind of stepped up and made one more play than they did. That gave us a chance to win.
How much of a concern will perimeter defense continue to be, given what Oliver did in 6 threes against you?
Well, I think it doesn't concern me any more than it does any other phase of our defense. I mean, you got to give them some credit. You know, we trying to, when they have that much talent inside, and you have to give their inside players a lot of attention, you're going to maybe not cover the wings as well as maybe you should. But I think that we are capable of defending a little bit better. But I'm just going to give the guy credit that he knocked down some big shots. And we had some of those same looks that didn't go in. Hopefully for us, when our shots start falling from the perimeter, you know, we'll be able to not have to have so many nail biters. But you just got to give him credit. He hit some shots and some shots that he was very well contested. And I think that you got to give them credit for executing, because I thought that they did a very good job of screening and freeing those guys. And obviously the kids worked very hard on catching and shooting, and we just didn't get there in time. I think that's what great. Every team in the ACC will have a player that's capable of lighting you up like that. So you might as well get used to having to guard 40 minutes, and unfortunately, sometimes you're going to leave the guy open.
Like you talk about Chris's ability to take people off the dribble, and you can
I think he's improving in those areas. He's shown consistent perimeter shooting in practices and all our shooting drills, and he's getting much better at taking the ball, taking people off the dribble. And they played him very close tonight, and they were playing our post guys so tight inside they opened up some passing lanes for us to drive. And I think sometimes you forget the fact that Chris is going from being a senior in high school to a small forward, and there's a transformation. There's a maturity level that you have to get through, and I think he's making tremendous progress for a guy who now has been playing basically on the perimeter full time from a guy who was not didn't play that way in high school. And I just think that before he gets through, he's going to make the whole transformation and keep getting better and better. And I think you'll see him add other parts to the game. Take the ball to the basket tonight, which we really needed every one of those drives that he made. I think sooner or later people start respecting that, then he'll be open a little bit more on the perimeter.
And Leonard, part of that maturation, he appears in the last few ball games too to be willing to take a game over like Tony did last year. It's something that just Buffalo doesn't seem to have. Is that a fair assessment?
But I think that he's more confident in his approach to the game. He doesn't get rattled. He's focused, and he has a great feel for the game. And I think as his skills continue to improve on the perimeter, you're going to see him make more and more major contributions to our team.
Coach, you guys are finally getting back on the road. This will win 3-game homestand. You guys talked about the past 2 games where they came down to the last shot. I guess talking about how it's kind of grown.
I think that, unfortunately, I think life on the road is going to be similar to life at home because everybody's tough. We just got to hope that once we go on the road, that we're prepared mentally, have a good focus, and understand that, once again, there's no formula that's a secret. Heavy possession is important. We got to make sure we take care of the ball. Got to make sure we execute our system. We got to play hard every possession. And whether you're at home or on the road, I think you can't relax when you're at home, and you got to understand you maybe have to step it up and turn it up a notch when you go on the road. I need something cold. More ice, please.
Any other questions? Yeah, Leonard, I don't know. I may have missed this question earlier. You know, Solomon inside, their inside players, Donnie in particular, have been shut down big time in the 2 games he's played. We get a field goal each game.
Well, I'm not saying I don't think we shut them down, but I think we contested their shots. And I mean, Solomon only had six attempts tonight. They did a very good job on him. They kind of neutralized each other. They have 3 great guys to rotate back in there, and I think we all kind of got a few fouls. We're a little tentative, but I thought we kind of neutralized each other on the back line tonight. Our big guys didn't get really loose, and I thought we did a very good job of containing them. They had a perimeter player step up and give 20. We had one give us 23, and that's what happens when you have people have to give that much attention to each other's inside offense.
You mentioned Solomon got 6 tonight. He's only averaging about 7.5 field goal attempts a game. Are you comfortable with that going forward? Is that enough for him?
Well, as long as we can keep winning. I think what's happening is you got to give defenses a little credit. They've done a very good job of doubling them, triple teaming them sometimes. And this was a team that fronted him very well, crowded him inside, and he's doing a much better job of holding his position. But they're pushing him out, getting behind. So I think that as our perimeter game improves, you'll see him open up the middle a little bit more. We got the ball inside to him, and he passed up some shots and kicked them out. But I think getting the ball inside, and then getting the kick back out created some opportunities for us, and that gave us a chance to make some plays. But that was an awful big shot that he hit. The game was on the line. And he's very capable. I think we're a team that has to win by committee. I'm not real sure that's who we are. We don't. Sometimes the go-to guy is the open guy. All right. Thank you very much.